mind holds that mental truth always. That is a anvartha samjna, they call it. That means the title or the term is full of meaning. Shruta anumana prajnabhyam anya vishaya vishesharthatvat tajjah samskaraha anya samskara pratibandhi. And after having all these examples, tasyapi nirodhe sarva nirodhat nirbija samadhihi. By the practice of holding an object for your concentration, if the mind gets used to this, then after that you do not need that aid. For example, when we start to write the alphabets in our childhood, when we learn it, say a, I, E, we all write these things, A, B, C. Initially you require the chart to compare to the letters. After some time, you will come above that level. You will transcend these initial stages. Then you do not require any aid. Initially, you want Swamiji to be here, to be present in the prayer hall. After being a senior and used to this practice, then you do not require any instigation or command for you to be in the prayer hall or to participate in the bhajans, because your mind gets used to this. Similarly, you can abandon these objects once your mind is full of concentration. And at that stage, what would happen? You will be fit for Kriya Yoga. You will be fit to undertake Kriya Yoga, because this is Sadhana Pada. The second one is this is Samadhi Pada. The next one is Sadhana Pada. Once you practice all these things, your mind would be fit for Kriya Yoga. So this is the prerequisite to become a Kriya Yogi. That is the meaning of these sutras. Then what is Kriya Yoga? Tapaha, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. Tapas is na atapasvinaha yogaha siddhyati. Anadi karma klesha vasana chitra pratyupasthita vishagajala cha ashuddhi nantarena tapaha sambhedamapadyata iti tapasaha upadanam. Swamiji always says, why do you require a washing machine? Your clothes are very costly. You always want them to be preserved in the best state. And if you say, no, I don't want to wash my clothes because they're very dear to me, what will happen? All the accumulated dirt will remain there. For that, what should be done? It has to be put into a washing machine. Similarly, if there are some adulterations in any object, what would you do? You just burn it, heat it. Tapas literally means heating. Tapas means heating. Ashuddhi, the impurifications, the adulterations that are prevailing in the mind, they can only be removed by heating. What is that heating? That is called tapas or penance. So that is the first one. So you have to heat up the mind and make it more pure. And the second one is swadhyaya. Swadhyaya is to think about the upadesha given by the Sadguru or the study of holy scriptures. Then your mind would be fit to attain the sthiti of Ishvara Pranidhana. Whatever you have done, you are not attached with the fruits of your actions. That is the Ishvara Pranidhana. This is the sthiti. For that, all these solutions or options have been given by Patanjali Maharshi. And with this Kriya Yoga, what would happen? Samadhi Bhavanartha. Again, Kriya Yoga is the great step to achieve Samadhi Sthiti. Klesha Tanukaranartha. Then all your difficulties are dissipating, they are vanishing. For that, we need to explore all these options, whichever suits us. And Swamiji would always be there with us to guide us to choose the best path. And he has already been giving many options. And let us pray that he would continue to guide us to choose the right path for us. And we will be in the great path shown by Swamiji. Jai Guru Datta.
Jai Guru Datta. That was a very erudite rendition by Dr. Vamshi Krishna Ganapati ji. As we all know, there are two broad divisions in science. One is the science that keeps on changing, we believe more in that science, unfortunately. Today we say carrot is good for health, tomorrow we say carrot is not good for health. That is the science we believe in because we think it is evidence based. And evidence is what we are able to see and perceive with our existing senses. But there is another broader science which stands for its word. It always has said that, it is saying that, and it will be saying that for generations and years to come, as long as humans exist, as long as we exist on this planet. That is the science of Adhyatmika. That is the science of spiritual science, also called as Shastra. We have to very clearly understand the difference between these two. Unfortunately, we are too small to comprehend the magnitude and understand the depths of that huge Shastra. We need help. We need help of Sadguru. We need help of scholars. We need help of books. We need help of contemplation by our own self, more than anything else. And what is the source? And we have to use what infrastructure we have. We have our eyes, we have our ears, whatever infrastructure we have to use that infrastructure to get to the knowledge of that eternal truth. And that is where Swamiji is helping us in trying to put our life into that kind of a lifestyle. So neither this science is unimportant, nor that science is unimportant. We have to use this information to get to that information. We should not stop at this information, and we should not stop pursuing trying to get to the other information. That is what I want to say, and thank you once again for giving the opportunity to chair this session. Thank you.
Before we conclude the session, I have an interesting piece of information to share with all of you. Swamiji has given us two important tips in the recently concluded Kriya Yoga session in Datta Retreat Center. Everything is in the hands, right? We always say that whatever you do, that's all in your hands. Whether you spoil or you improve, that's all in your hands. Taking the example of the palm, Swamiji has given us two tips. Again, this is another process to control your mind and keep it concentrated. Swamiji has indicated, in past also he has described this in the form of a stanza. Angulinam Panchabhuta Pratikatvam. There are 5 fingers which are representative of the 5 fundamental elements. Anamikahi Medini Kanishthikapa Evatu Sthaviyasi Sahojasi Pradeshanitu Vayuga Khameva Madhyamachasa Karehi Panchabhutakam Praveda Tattva Madbhutam Prasiddha Yoga Bhajanam. I will just repeat once again. Anamikahi Medini Kanishthikapa Evatu Sthaviyasi Sahojasi Pradeshanitu Vayuga Khameva Madhyamachasa Karehi Panchabhutakam Praveda Tattva Madbhutam Prasiddha Yoga Bhajanam. Our Gopala Krishna ji will demonstrate this. Anamikahi Medini. Anamika is the ring finger. The tattva of Prithvi, earth, is represented here. Kanishthika apaha evatu. Kanishthika is the little finger. This is indicative of the Jala tattva. Sthaviyasi sahojasi. Sthaviyasi means the finger which is the stoutest. That is representative of the energy, the fire. Pradeshani tu Vayuga. Pradeshani is the index finger that indicates the Vayu Tattva, the wind, air. Khameva Madhyama, the middle finger, is representative of the ether, sky. Khameva Madhyama Chasa, Karehi Panchabhotakam. Let us say, Karehi Panchabhotakam. Please repeat. Karehi Panchabhotakam. In your hand, you have got all the 5 elements. Praveda Tattva Madbhutam. Prasiddha Yoga Bhajanam. One who knows the great significance of these 5 fingers, he will be the recipient of great yoga. This is the first set given by Swamiji. Now, Swamiji has also given us another methodology to control the mind. especially during the practice of yoga. Anguli Ganana Yoga Prakaraha. How do you count? How do you count? There are several methods of counting. If you say 2, they will say like this. If you say 3, some people will say like this, some people say like this. If you say 4, normally like this. Sometimes it's, if you say 1, some people say like this, some like this. So there should be an uniform standard. Swamiji gives us the practice which is observed in the Veda Dhyayana. How people count who are undertaking the study of Veda. Anguli Ganana Yoga Prakaraha. Anamika Madhyama Rekhajadyam Dvitija Mevancha Tadija Moolam. Kanishthika Maulika Madhyamagraha Tritija Turye Khalu Panchamancha. Anamikagra Kila Shashtameva Tatsaptamam Bhaticha Madhyamagra Agriyacha Madhyopa Kanishthikayaha Syadashtamam Vai Navamam Tathaiva Pradeshini Maulika Rekhajaiva Samsuchkete Tad Dashamam Parastat Yes Sampradayadhigatam Prashastam Yunktesa Yogi Paramartha Labha. These 3 shlokas give us the counting methodology. The number 1 will start in the middle line of your ring finger. This is the first one. The second one is the bottommost line, 1, 2. The third one is the little fingers, bottommost line, number 3. Middle line is the 4. Upper line is the 5. And the upper line of the ring finger is the 6th one. The 7th one is the upper line of the middle finger. Then the top line of the index finger is 8. And middle line is 9. And you conclude 10 like this. Again it will start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the tradition which is observed during Gayatri Japa and other counting methodologies by the Shastra scholars, and Swamiji gives us this methodology. Jai Guru Datta.
వంశీకృష్ణ గణపాటి గారు యోగాన్ని గురించి చెప్పారు. ఇప్పుడు ప్రాణాయామం చేసే విధానం ఈ కనిష్ఠిక ముద్రతోటి ఈ చిటికిన వేలుని ఇలా పెట్టుకుని ఎడమ చేతితోటి కప్పి ఉంచాలి. ఎడమ చేతి పిడికిలి పైకి వచ్చేట్టుగా, మిగిలిన 5 వేళ్ళు ఇలా కిందకు వచ్చేట్టుగా పెట్టుకోవాలి. ఇలా పెట్టుకుని ఒడిలో పెట్టుకోవచ్చు, నాభి కింద స్థానంలో పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. దీర్ఘమైన ఉచ్ఛ్వాస నిశ్వాసాలు చేయాలి. దీనివల్ల కిడ్నీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, యూరినరీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, తర్వాత మల విసర్జనకు సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, హెడేక్స్ ఇవన్నీ తగ్గుతాయని చెప్పి స్వామీజీ చెప్పారు. ఇది మనం ఏది అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తున్నా, ఏదన్నా చూస్తున్నా, ఏం చేస్తున్నా కూడా ఈ ముద్రతో మనం కూర్చుని దీర్ఘమైన ఉచ్ఛ్వాస నిశ్వాసాలు చేస్తూ ప్రాణాయామం చేయొచ్చు. అందరూ